I'm meteorologist Vin Crosby with the Weather Show with my friend Troy Hooper. He is the marketing specialist here, all-around specialist with Service Master Restore in Meridian. We're talking, water, some fire, some mold, some damage cleanup, and this year, tons of water across the valley. So I want to talk to you and give you some information with Troy's help here about mold and flood damage cleanup, because flooding has become synonymous with the Treasure Valley, and it really started back in winter when we had the ice jams on the roof. So tell me a little bit about exactly what you guys do.
Well, particularly when you're talking about the ice dams, we were handling where that damaged water was going into the house, running down the walls, and we were tracing it all around to find all these areas, and their house was completely wet, and they had no idea it was because it was from the roof.
From the roof. Now, you guys go in, you do a thorough inspection, but then you clean it up. Water damaging because of not only the water damage itself, but the mold that could happen too with the hot summer that's on the way.
Absolutely. And when people don't think about it, the longer water sits in a situation like this, is the quicker mold's going to come out there.
Mold can devastate a house, the value of a house.
Absolutely.
And cause a lot of allergies as well. And you do all that.
Well, we don't do the health problems.
No. Health problems, no.
We don't create the health problems.
No, yeah. Let's clarify that. But certainly, allergies to mold, you can help that situation.
Yeah, because we are able to mitigate the mold and get it out of there so that a homeowner can have a nice, clean house.
The other thing you guys do, fire damage. I mean, I'm the son of a fireman. I grew up 20 feet from a fire station. Would have been a fireman if I wasn't a meteorologist. I have firsthand experience of going to the scene before the fire trucks arrive. Not only is it devastating to life, but the property. And how soon should they call you guys?
Well, obviously, the faster that we get out, the quicker that we can do our job. A lot of times people think that if I just, I can wait a little bit and, figure out what I need to do, but we need to get out and assess the situation as quickly as possible.
And so how do they do that? They call you at?
They can call us at 208-344-5511. They can call their insurance agent. We work with all major insurance companies. We are a preferred provider for ones like Farmers, for ones like State Farm, Allstate, and their insurance agent can get a hold of us directly and get us out there.
One of the things I see happening this summer is the thunderstorms rolling off the Oahes, coming on through the valley, dumping tremendous amount of rain. Hailstorms are going to be prominent. You get leakage in your roof from a hailstorm, and that water gets in. You guys come in and do what?
We'll come in and assess the damage first of how much we need to dry out. Sometimes, you can get in there and start drying up pretty quickly, and you can save what's there. Other times, we've got to pull the drywall out and shuffle things around in order to get the airflow in there to get it dried.
And you guys work hand in hand with not only the customer, but the insurance agency, so the customer really doesn't have to, right?
Absolutely. We are that third person in that little triangle that helps keep the homeowner happy, helps keep the insurance agent happy as well.
That's a tough task.
Absolutely, it is.
But you do it with the highest quality. You're in the Meridian store. What's your address here?
It is 2103 East Lanark here in Meridian, right off of Franklin and Locust Grove.
Excellent, excellent. The yellow car with the blue, I see them all over the Treasure Valley and the vans. Business is actually good, but I think it's going to get a little better along the Boise River. There are a lot of homes right now with water all over the place. There's water, in places we normally don't get water. Talk about the mold.
Well, it's just the thing that people need to be conscientious about. The longer water sits, the more problems they're going to have. And so for us to be able to get out and assess a situation before it hits the mold is less damage that will be done to the house and quicker that we can get them dried out.
So somebody's sitting right there watching the video here on the YouTube channel or wherever, and they're saying, oh, boy, do I have a mold problem? The earlier the better.
Absolutely. And if we have to mold can be seen if it's on the wall, or mold could be behind the wall in the insulation or on the framing itself. And so if we have to get in and do a demolition, we're going to have to pull that off, and so we can assess it from there and take care of the mold.
And then repair, correct?
Absolutely.
That was good. That's a YouTube blooper. That's going to go viral. All right, you have a course coming up on mold specifically because you're an expert. You're a certified expert in training on mold, and you deal with all kinds of agents. And tell me a little bit about that, your course.
Our CE class is on mold mitigation, and we cater to insurance agents and adjusters who come in and want to learn more about how we do our job. And they get CE credits for doing that. It's a 3-hour course. They come in from 12 to 3 next Wednesday. And we give them lunch, learn about mold, and they get 3 credits.
So do they go to your website to sign up for that, or?
They can go to our website to see the next courses that are coming up. We have them going all the way through November this year, but they can just call us directly and sign up.
That sounds awesome. You're full of all kinds of good information today. Now, what's the other thing you guys? Now, one thing that struck me about the whole cleanup process is trauma. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Trauma is a difficult one because we're coming in there after something has happened, suicide possibly or anything, and we're treating the bloodborne pathogens so that the house can be cleaned and ready for somebody to come back into. And really, for somebody, they don't. That's going to be a hard thing to process coming back in. You want to make sure that it's cleaned out and done well.
Awesome. Troy Hooper. It's Service Master Restore. You're the Meridian store. What's your website?
smcrs.com.
smcrs.com. That's pretty easy.
Master Cleaning Restoration Services.
I get it now. It's a genius. I love it. That's awesome. We're going to spend a lot of time together over the next couple of months. It's going to be fun. You're watching the weather show on YouTube. We're going to try to give you all the information we can on anything that has to be cleaned up with our good friend Troy Hooper with Service Master Restore in Meridian.